Hey there, fellow space explorers. Welcome back to another exciting and mysterious episode of Fort Solis. Previously, we had only scratched the surface of this mysterious place. Here's the scoop so far. Fort Solis was gearing up for a storm session, had a bit of a power crisis on its hand, and to top it off, the crew vanished into thin air, leaving us within seriously eerie
I'm going
silence.
to head down to the B levels and check there.
Okay.
But we somehow managed to find the golden ticket, the access to the stairwell leading to the mysterious lower decks of this place. I wonder what spine tingling horrors await us down there. Well, you know the drill. There's only one way to uncover the secrets lurking in the shadowy depths of Fort Solis. So buckle up,
That's
keep your
new.
wits about, and let's boldly plunge into the abyss. Oh boy, this place is slowly but surely falling apart.
Still no sign of anyone. Where could they be?
Maybe they're cursed to forever walk the surface of Mars feeding on brains.
Are we back on this?
I'm just saying his sacrifice was heroic. I'm glad to see chivalry isn't dead.
Yeah, but he did die?
How romantic.
I wonder if that was some sort of a sneaky foreshadowing. Perhaps even a hint at Jack's dramatic exit. Or just a tease of the mysteries ahead. Well, at least there are no zombies to report yet. But the suspense is mounting as we venture deeper into Fort Solis. So, everyone, stay sharp. Looks like we got a few floors to explore. I wonder just how deep this rabbit hole goes. We do have access to crew quarters, and that seems like the best place to start. The hunt for the missing crew. Where is everyone? Are they on a vacation or something? Or at a party I was not invited to? Oh man.
Benny thinks someone is on to us.
Yeah, he dropped me a message saying he told them it was you.
What? Yeah, if only they knew. I can barely use it with credits.
It's the perfect crime.
Indeed.
Okay, on the lookout for those circular markers. They are like the compass in this empty ghost town of a base. I mean, seriously, look at it. There's no one around. It's completely empty. Almost as empty as a politician's promise. Oh, some cool merchandise there. Love that t-shirt. Okay. Focus. On the job. Where's the crew? I'm starting to wonder if this is a prelude to some new gameplay mechanics. Will we be treated to some nail-biting hand-to-hand combat? Or maybe, just maybe, we'll stumble upon a weapon like a treasure in a pirate's chest. Or it might just end up being a walking simulator, who knows?
In my youth...
Were we even up here back then?
This is so bizarre. I mean, Jack's behavior in this situation is very inconsistent. I mean, we have an emergency alert, we have a base devoid of life, and it feels eerier than a haunted hospital. And yet, our hero Jack is casually inspecting gym equipment and taking a trip down memory lane. It's like watching a suspense thriller turn into a cozy sitcom. I mean, seriously, look at the level design, the setting, and the spine tingling atmosphere. It's all screaming danger, and yet our dynamic duo is treating this as a leisurely Sunday stroll in the park. It almost feels like the writer is conducting an experiment to see how many game hours they can wring out of this plot stretching stunt.
Remember that time you hit a 7-ball on Chris? He lost his mind.
I think it was long gone before that.
Yeah. Too many solo jobs out here.
You found a table?
Still got it.
It must go for a walk when we play.
Oh, in my Boston heyday, I could have given you a game.
Yo,
Sure.
Jack, Jessica. People are mysteriously
Dead man's
vanishing, right?
hand,
I
that's
mean,
all I need.
it's not just a casual coffee break we are on. I mean, come on, folks. Do we need a missing person sign
never
flashing
get out
in
of that
neon
with my
lights to
back.
kick things up? Really bizarre. I mean, I'm not really understanding what the writer is trying to achieve here. I mean, you still don't sense a lot of danger because nothing has popped on us. There's no shadows, and there's not been any sign of danger. But the fact is that the whole base is empty. It in itself is a sign, right? I mean, am I the only one out here who's thinking that way? Whoa, okay. Talking about shadows, we just got one. But hey, nothing to worry. It's this, yeah.
At least Solar had a more engaging premise.
Dead Solar.
Yeah.
It was just an idiot clearly searching a haunted station. I just heard it.
Huh. Well, for the record, I'm not searching. I'm investigating.
Intriguing, isn't it? It's like they're checking off all the boxes from the famous sci-fi playbook. First we had zombies, and now we're talking about ghosts. It's giving me flashbacks to another game called Decrypt, an indie sci-fi horror game with its own haunted ship premise, which was very clearly one of my favorite games of the year, hands down. But you know what these pre-mentions suggest? Perhaps this game is all about defying the expected tropes. That's got me positively on the edge of anticipation.
Door locked.
Clearly, we've been led in a certain direction, a certain path. I wonder if it's intentional or just the linear nature of the game, who knows?
I think this is the only time I've ever seen a rec room empty.
You finally have that peace and quiet you always wanted.
Not quite how I imagined it.
Still no sign of anyone.
Not a soul.
There should at least be an officer around.
Yeah,
Level 5.
I'll keep looking.
Okay, I'll try and access the records from here. See who the officer on duty is.
Okay.
Wait, is that someone there?
Hello?
Made contact?
Maybe with the shadow of a fridge.
I think you may have been up here too long.
I swear it looks like someone is sitting out there. Okay, weird, very weird.
Door locked.
You know, what I find really refreshing about the game is it's not desperately trying to spook you. There are no menacing shadows or objects moving on its own or freaky creatures lurking in the shadows. So far, everything seems very practical. An empty base devoid of life, and that feeling that something's definitely gone south. It's like games toying with your senses, keeping us perpetually on the edge, waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that, my friends, is a kind of horror that gets under your skin. Very impressed so far.
Hey, guess what I found?
Am I actually supposed to guess?
Well, you remember when we first came up here? Before they started arguing over the territory?
Yeah?
They still have one of those old Earth Force flags.
Earth? What?
Well, not that. I think it was called Earth Expedition Force.
It wasn't that either, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, they still have theirs.
And where did you find that?
In a supply room.
Why are you in a supply room?
I miss peanut butter. I took a chance.
Priorities.
Oh boy, Jack, buddy. We really need to have a chat about priorities. Anyways, there's a hint of existing lore to this game, a backstory that's got my curiosity buzzing. So apparently, there is some sort of an argument or fight about territories on Mars. How is this affecting things back on home, on Earth? It's more than just a simple alert. It could be a Pandora's box of mystery. Who knows?
What are you doing?
I'm resetting the lock.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
What if someone's hurt? It's justified.
That's not how it works at all, but... Okay.
The most logical place for them to be is their quarters.
Oh, this game is hell-bent on testing my reflexes and reaction. Oh boy, never scored high on those tests.
Level 1, access required.
Looks cozy.
Life of luxury for some, I guess.
How do you know? You can't even see it.
It's hard to be worse than the engineering shack at Minor.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Okay, it looks like we may be getting some more answers because we've been roaming around. It almost feels like 4 hours.
I don't know if I could ever get used to that.
Used to what?
You know, the weather windows.
You mean the climate simulators?
Yeah, well, I prefer my name better.
Why am I not surprised?
These interactions between Jack and Jessica, it's almost like the writer is trying too hard. It's almost like he's trying to show this bond, and I get it. I see it. Let's not, dwell into things which are not that important anymore within the game's current situation.
Taylor is becoming increasingly hostile to the work we're trying to do here. He doesn't understand the people we can save. We're so close now. I can feel it. The storms are coming, but once the season passes, we should be able to ship Compound 26 to other sites. It's funny, really. Today I was asked if the cost of our work, if the toll that it's taken was worth it. small price to pay.
Okay, we have a first plot clue dropped. Enter compound 26. What the hell is that? Okay, few more emails to read now. From Adam to Helen. You had him suspended. This has gone too far. What am I part of? You assured me everything was above board. I will meet you at the lab in the morning. What in the hell is Compound 26? And what diabolical experiments are they brewing up with it? And then there's this mysterious Taylor character. Is he the one who got suspended? For reasons unknown. Are we talking about office politics? A colossal blunder? Or maybe good old-fashioned greed? It's your pick.
Never seen anything like that.
Plot thickens, my friends. It's time to uncover the secrets lurking in the shadows. Sample C26. Some kind of a Martian plant? Who knows? Yeah, just looking out for more markers or some indicators of clues before I get into the computer. I do feel there is some sort of a input lag. I've tried to work it out on the settings, and there is an NVIDIA settings which I've boosted, but yeah, it still feels a little sluggish. More emails to read. This time it's from a lab technician talking about escape bees, and not for the first time this month. Okay. And somehow getting into a colleague's suit. Okay, that's dangerous, isn't it? Okay, this one seems from a botanist, and definitely something to do with a plant, maybe a soil, or maybe a root which is found in Mars. I don't know. But they are doing some phase testing, and it's trying to isolate growth aspects of the sample or the candidate. What's going on here, man? This is all sci-fi jargons. We're definitely focusing on various samples in isolation, which the target is basically to create a stronger batch of compound 26. Okay, we got an email from White Taylor. Is this the Taylor Helen was talking about in her videos? Okay, very interesting, because he is a medical officer who's concerned about health of Nick's team for some reason. Okay, very interesting. What's happening to Nick's team, and is Helen responsible? We also have an email from Nick. He's saying, just checking before tonight's run. If you could ping me over what you need, that would be great. What does Helen want from Nick? And what runs is he making? Oh, so many new revelations. Okay, so we also have an email from a communication officer known as Asim. He's talking about password changes. Okay, this might be useful later on. I'll just keep that in mind.
Signing off the week no more hopeful than we were at the start. The soil here, on the Solis Planum, continues to show encouraging signs of adaptation, but the plant life that interacts with it, however, seems to aggressively grow and expire. Almost like an accelerant.
Is compound 26 some sort of a Martian soil?
Our planet is dying. Just like these plants.
What in the
Because of
world?
time.
What's going on Earth? That's a huge plot bomb.
Tomorrow is a new day. Progress, if you can call it that, has been rising since we introduced the new formula. The results we have now can buy us time to...
2, Helen. That's 2 now.
There's nothing to suggest it has anything to do with Compound 26.
Liar. They have been transporting this stuff for months.
I don't know what to tell you, Wyatt. It has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do here.
I have a duty here. And the work you're doing, it needs looking into.
Well, unless you have clearance, I don't see that happening.
People are getting sick, Helen. They're getting sick. How can you not see that?
Because it's not true.
This is confirmation bias, Helen. You know it.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with Earth itself. Something has gone wrong. Terribly wrong. And the planet is facing extinction. And Fort Solis seems to be the only place where answers can be found. And is Compound 26 the answer? It almost feels like it's a re-engineered or reformulated soil from Mars which could in theory support plant life.
What on earth is going on here?
I could barely hear that.
I said, what on earth is going on here?
Honestly, I meant the monitor.
Ah,
Your helmet has a much better mic.
yeah, nice try.
But then there's Taylor, who thinks something is wrong with Helen's experiments. This is very intriguing. He thinks the re-engineered or reformulated batch of 26 is somehow causing people to get sick. And is this the reason why Taylor and Helen are at odds with each other? And was that the reason Taylor got sacked? Intriguing. And the most important thing is confirmation bias.
Honestly,
I couldn't help myself.
I'm already down here with nothing but a helmet light. I don't need a soundtrack.
How's that helmet working out for you?
Just splendid.
Good to hear.
I still don't know how you even watch those old movies.
It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Perhaps Helen is ignoring the potential threat because she's so focused on Compound 26 and saving Earth. Oh, this is some major revelation, and I wonder what does this imply for Fort Solis and its crew. Despite all these major bombshells and ominous signs that something truly dreadful went down here, our dynamic duo seems hell-bent on treating this as an open mic night at a comedy club, frustratingly out of sync with the game's atmosphere.
Door locked.
Whoa! This takes me back.
Okay, this is downright bizarre. It's as if there are two teams of writers here, one fully focused on the serious Fort Solis plot, while the other is churning out material for a buddy sitcom. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by this disconnect.
That's a start. This should make getting around easier. They won't mind if I borrow it.
I have a hunch that this game will feature its fair share of silent moments, which might explain the occasional off topic conversations between the two. While some exchanges are truly delightful and offer insight, a few, well, they veer, of course, unnecessarily.
That's a shame. Place like this must have a secret room somewhere.
Overall, up to this point, these tangents haven't substantially diminished the overall experience of the game. We finally have access to level 1 areas. It's a slow progress, but a steady one. Damn, everything is sealed as a crypt in a ghost town.
Door locked.
You remember that time we went to see No Escape?
Remember it? I'll never get those hours back.
Oh, what a show.
I'm pretty sure they also share their Netflix passwords. I wonder if that's Compound 26. Or maybe some of the failed specimens.
Crazy what these samples go for back home.
Oh, wow. Okay, that just reinforces the notion that Earth's soil is turning barren. Making any samples, even the failed ones, a valuable commodity.
Creepy.
I'm guessing a flickering light shadow demon.
Close. I think I'm looking at a face in the wind.
Okay, now I need to know.
Just some drawing I found.
Ah, yes. The scavenger hunt continues.
Very intriguing. Paints an interesting picture, doesn't it? Come to think of it, in one of Helen's earlier videos, she did mention about a sample that exhibited rapid plant growth followed by a sudden
Quiet taste, I guess.
demise of that plant, almost like an accelerator. No, it's starting to make sense now, doesn't it? But the mystery of the sickness what Taylor was talking about is still a massive question mark.
Yes, I found a fellow believer of yours.
Oh, really? What did you ask them? What triggered the lockdown?
What?
Exactly.
Well, let's hope for my sake that that isn't what actually happened.
Whoa, wait a second. What are you trying to imply here? Life on Mars? Look at it, dude. It seriously looks like a claw mark, right? I mean, it's just not me seeing this, isn't it? I mean, man, the revelation just keep on coming. I mean, when you thought Compound 26 is going to be the big bad, here comes a curveball. Martian creatures in the mix? Now that's enough to send shivers down my spine.
Door locked.
Oh boy. Honestly, what the hell is going on out here? And where is the damn crew? What's going on? Okay, Jack, Jessica, let's focus on the mystery. A spa on Mars, believe it or not, might not be far-fetched in reality.
That's one hell of a nosebleed.
Especially if NASA's MOXIE device has its way, harnessing Mars' atmosphere to create oxygen. Now that's some futuristic relaxation. Alright, it's time to remove the magnifying glass and have a look in this area. And Jack, are you sure it's just a nosebleed? I mean, that's way too much blood. Alright, nothing useful out here. It'll be a very interesting twist if there is some sort of indication of life on Mars within the game. Or it could be just a red herring to throw us off from the real story. Yeah, but things are getting interesting, no doubt. There's a lot more that has happened in the last 30 minutes or so, and the initial 45 minutes.
Hello?
Things are starting to amp up, as they
There's
say.
no one here.
Try the medical bay. There's always someone on duty. But what if an injury caused the lockdown? Records say it's Wyatt Taylor.
Roger.
Yeah, that does make sense. There's always going to be someone at the medical bay. Crew quarters is empty. I hope we get some answers on the medical bay. Whoa. Wait. Okay, typically as you progress through a game, you start to grasp the layout of the level, the pattern, whether it's circular, whether it's rectangle, square, various geometric shapes. This one has left me scratching my head. Intriguing. Yes, we go deeper underground. Talking about that controversial sprint feature, personally, it's not getting under my skin too much. I mean, if I was there on Fort Solis for real, I would take things slow, observe everything, stay on high alert for any mysterious clues. To a certain extent, it makes sense. But hey, so far I haven't been in any real danger, so who knows?
That's odd.
What is?
The door, it's been sabotaged.
Sabotaged?
Something snapped the manual lever off.
Something?
Stop it, you know what I mean.
You can
Why would
finally
someone
see,
remove the
the
power
place is
supply?
gradually getting to Jack.
Yeah. I have another i5 I can show. These i5s, why did we stop using them?
The I-5s. They just became too unstable. Any surge would be dangerous. Why?
No reason.
Do not try to surge that door open.
I wouldn't dream of it.
It seems like the weight of the situation is finally starting to show. Hang in there, buddy. Jessica, maybe cut the guy some slack. Where on earth is the crew? Or is it more like, we're on Mars? Could there be a Martian creature on the loose? Or is it Compound 26 playing tricks on us? Well, folks, all these mysteries and more will be unraveled next time. Until then, this is Fragaby signing off.